Hey man, what are you doing tonight?
So I apologize if you feel something.
And just like that, life came to a halt. They say life can change in an instant, and while I've known what that's felt like for a long time, this definitely was something that came out of nowhere. From getting back into exploring abandoned videos, to hitting the road with Alex as well as various other times and learning that the best journeys are the ones that aren't planned, and it's more about the experience of the path you get to your destination. And along the way, I discovered that when your comfort zone gets shattered, you either rebuild it bigger or let it cage you in. I chose to rebuild. So come along with me as I explore what happens when life's detours become the main road. And yes, we'll talk about the real stuff, the budget struggles, the moments of doubt, and yes, even the victories that taste sweeter than of how they were earned. And trust me, there's a lot of turmoil. This was definitely the year of unexpected routes. The first challenge was getting my battle-scarred car back home. Watching it crawl onto that flatbed, I knew that this was just the beginning of a long journey to come. Frame damage definitely wasn't a quick fix. It's kind of the problem that makes mechanics wince and wallets weep, which mine definitely did. But I had a choice, pay someone else to do it all, or roll up my sleeves and learn, which, lucky for me, I've already been fixing my vehicle for the past 4 years as is. So, I dove in. Weekends, sometimes nights after work, or any spare moment I could find, I was researching as much as I could, using YouTube tutorials playing on my phone, tools scattered around me like breadcrumbs, and slowly marking my progress. Fixing the frame came first, but I had to get that done right. So, the first thing I did was take it into the shop, and after $2,000 and nearly $2,500 of getting everything done between towing and everything else, about $2,500 was down the hole. And honestly, that's $2,500 of working on most of it on my own. It would have costed me nearly $5,000 to do the whole vehicle, which there's really no point. I'm better off buying another vehicle if I do it like that. But with limited options, this is the only route I had to take. I'm still not done with it, but I can definitely see the finish line. She's about 60% there now. Not quite ready for her glamour shots of the old days, but every time I look at her, I don't really see what work there is left to do. I just see how far I've come, which is a good thing. This crash might have cost me more than just time and money, but it taught me something valuable. Sometimes the most expensive lessons are the ones worth learning, and yeah, I'm tired of spending money. But life has a funny way of steering you back into what you love. After 4 months of wrenches and repair manuals, the call of abandoned places started to grow louder. Or, more importantly, just getting outside and doing something. The last 4 months, going on 5 months, I had felt trapped and I couldn't do the thing I loved the most, which was explore. I dusted off my camera, charged my batteries, and realized something. Sometimes you need to step away from something to remember why you fell in love with it in the first place. The first few explores were like catching up with an old friend. A forgotten house here, an abandoned church there, but soon enough, that familiar rush came back. That feeling when you first step into a place frozen in time. 3 states, countless miles, each location with their own story to tell. Empty hallways still echoing with decades of footsteps. Hospitals where you can almost hear the whispers of countless lives changed. And even the towering remains of a nuclear power plant, standing like a monument to ambition frozen in time. Then came the road trip west with Alex. Texas was calling, and we answered. Mile after mile, explore after explore, the YouTube channel wasn't just coming back to life, it was evolving. Every abandoned place has its own personality, its own secrets. But what I rediscovered this year is that the real magic isn't just finding these places, it's in sharing their stories. The channel grew, sure, but more importantly, each video became a piece of preservation, a digital time capture, capturing these places before they'd gone forever. Sometimes people ask me why I'm drawn to abandoned places. This year reminded me of why. It's not about the decay. It's about the beauty that remains within, as funny as that sounds. Very cliche. Every peeling wall, every broken window, every silent corridor tells a story of what was, and maybe what could be again. Those broken things, those broken pieces, things can be remembered and things can change. In these forgotten places, I found something I didn't expect. A reminder that everything we leave behind has a story worth telling. And maybe that's what this whole journey has been about this entire time. Finding beauty in the broken, possibility in the abandoned, and stories in the silence. And honestly, that's still kind of ironic. After an entire year, this journey is just beginning to really take fold, and I have no idea what's ahead. I could overshadow the negatives, which, to be frank, there's been a lot of negatives this year, but I don't think putting that out there on the internet will do much good for me. 2024 has been a lot of things to me, and truth be told, I have no idea where life is going to take me next, but hopefully it'll be better than 2024. So this goes out to 2025. Dear Universe, please, for the love of Christ, just cut me some slack.